Hello, welcome to Teaspoons of Flavor, and tonight we're having a steak dinner with some potatoes and some mushrooms right here. So the first step, what you do is you take the salt and you start to season the meat. Enough so that it can penetrate through the surface of the beef. And so then you turn it over. And some of you may be asking why we don't put the pepper on right now, and that's because we don't want the pepper to burn if we put it right now in the beginning stages. So right here we have some canola oil heating up on a pan, and so then we just plop the steaks in, trying to make sure that we don't overcrowd so that they can get a good sear. And so we'll just cook these two at a time, since I'm going to be making two different versions. So once the beef has a little bit of browning on the bottom and it's kind of risen to the mid-level, as shown right here, you can start to flip them and check. So that's a good sear, and then we'll just check this other one. So this second side won't take as long, since the other side already got the sear. And so at this point, you can begin to do the pepper. And so now I'm making the second recipe, since the first batch is already done. So the first step is the same as the last time. Get it right here, right in the middle of the pan so you can get a good sear. And so now you can begin to flip these steaks. Make sure you get them pressed down. So with the second recipe, which is optional, you can grab about a teaspoon of butter. And what you're going to do is you're going to take it once the steak has nearly been cooked, and you're just adding this in. So what you want to do is you want to get the butter kind of melted, and you want to make sure that it doesn't burn, so you're probably going to want to turn it down a little bit now. And you're going to add in some fresh thyme or rosemary, whatever you have. So you're just going to add that in. And so then what you're going to do is you're going to kind of baste the steak. And you want to make sure that you get your rosemary into the butter so that it can kind of perfume the flavor. And so then now you're going to want to take that butter and you're going to want to spoon it onto the steak. And you can also awesomely put the rosemary on top of your steak. Make sure it gets that extra flavor. So the basting process doesn't take too long, so these steaks are probably done. So then you're just going to take them off the heat. Put them right there. Take the rosemary leaf off. Put them right there. You can save the rosemary leaf for a garnish, so you can just put it right here. So I'm gonna now cook these potatoes, which are 2 potatoes, in the remaining butter and from the steaks. And so it should be really flavorful. And you want to make sure to always salt and pepper. So as you can see right here, these potatoes are done. They took around 10 minutes probably, and that's that. So now I'm gonna be cooking these mushrooms in a basic saute just with salt and pepper. And so this pan has been heating with some canola oil on medium-high heat. We're gonna move it around and we're gonna add in the mushrooms. And these mushrooms are whole. And as I always say, sizzle with flavor. So then now we're gonna grab a spoon and we're gonna be tossing them in the oil just to make sure all sides get covered. So now I'm gonna be adding some salt and pepper. And so what this is gonna do is gonna draw out some of the moisture from the mushrooms, and so that they kind of become a little bit crispy. So now for me, these mushrooms are done since they have a little bit of browning and they've been sauteing for a little bit and they've gotten a deep amber color and it has a little bit of a bite, and that's the way I like it, but this can be taken a little bit longer. And so I hope you enjoy.